I will show you 10 ways to instantly improve your art in Procreate. They are quick, they're easy, they're awesome, you're awesome. So let's dive right in. Here's the first way you can make your art stand out, or make the focal point in your artwork stand out. You can do that by making the background more blurry, putting the focus on your focal point. So in this case, I'll go to the layer with my background, then to the magic wand, Gaussian blur, and then you can tap here to grab pencil, and then you can use the soft brush, for instance, under airbrushing. And then you can go over your background like this and blurring everything that is farther away a bit more. And then just use your finger, slide to the left, and then you can manipulate the amount of blur. And then just tap the magic wand and see how this makes your main character pop even more. The next way to improve your art in Procreate is by varying your line art. Instead of having the same thickness of lines all over, you can make your illustration look a lot more interesting by adding a variety in your line weight and making thicker lines where shadow sections would be, or where parts of whatever it is that you have drawn will be heavier. And this makes your illustration a lot more interesting. A way to make your illustrations and paintings look pleasing is by thinking about color harmonies. An easy way to find color harmonies is by going to your color menu and then to harmony. And then here you'll find different options like complementary, color harmonies, and split complementary, and a bunch of others. And for instance, when you go for split complementary, you'll see that for this illustration, that's pretty much what's going on here. It's like the warm pinks with blues and greens. Also, if you would like to know more about color theory and these harmonies, you can go to freefromflow.com to get access to my free treasure chest, and in there you will find my ebook about color theory. But it's not just about the split complementary combination here, it's also about how saturated these colors are. Right now, all these colors are pretty close together, and it would look off if we, for instance, would go for a green here. That would be way more saturated like this. And if we would add that to the painting, it would look off. It would distract the viewer. Same with, for instance, very saturated reds or pinks. In some cases, it can give a nice pop, but try to be careful with this. Something that can give your painting just a little extra is adding a shadow and highlight area by using different layer blending modes. Now for shadows, what I like to do is add a layer, tapping the plus and setting it to clipping mask on your character or whatever it is that you want to add shadow to. And then for the layer blending mode, I'll tap the N and scroll up to multiply, which is great for shadows. And then for shadow sections, I like picking a blue or purplish tone. For instance, we can go for something like this. And then for instance, with a soft brush, with an airbrush, you can go along the area that you would like to add shadow to. Here along the body. This is just a quick demonstration. Maybe a bit here and over here. And you could use Gaussian blur here in the menu and slide to the right to make it a bit softer. And you can also tap the M and manipulate the opacity to make it more subtle and set it to 60%, for instance. And then for highlights, I will do the same, add a new layer, set that to clipping mask. And then in this case, we can tap the N and you can set it to either screen or add. Both are very nice for highlights. I'll go for add. And for the highlights, I usually go for a warm color, like an orange color or a yellowish, especially when our subject is in sunlight. So at this time, we can go along the areas that would be in the light. So that's this side, this wing, tail, something like this, maybe this side. And then again, you could use Gaussian blur over here and slide to the right to soften it a bit. And you can tap the A here and manipulate the opacity and make it a bit softer, like around 50%. Now, a final thing you can do to make your character pop even more is add another layer, set that to clipping mask, and do be aware that your character in this case needs to be on a separate layer. If the background is on the same layer, clipping mask won't work. And now we can tap the N and set this to color dodge, and then we can grab a bright blue color, for instance, and add a rim light to our character. So that would be like a secondary light source from the opposite direction of like the sunlight. In this case, we can use the medium brush, for instance, and then just go along the edge of the character. Let's just dive in a bit. And add a light edge. And it looks a little bit weird right now, perhaps, but it'll be fine. So just along the edge, also along this leg, and along the wing. Now, if you want to follow the tutorial for this dragon, you'll be able to find it at Patreon. I will leave a link in the description. And now that you have this, you can go to Gaussian blur again, slide to the right to make it a bit softer, and then tap the magic wand again. And there may be some parts need a little bit tidying up. And as you can see, it makes the character pop even more. Here's a little bonus tip. If you are serious about improving your art in Procreate, then treat yourself to a Patreon subscription. You'll find more than 200 videos there, special brushes, and also the most amazing flow creators. So it's the perfect place to get your skills to the next level. The next tip I'd like to give you is give your character or your subject some breathing space. In this example, the edges of the canvas are very close to the character, so it feels a bit trapped. There's no like breathing space in the composition. So try to leave room around your character instead. That will make the artwork more pleasurable to look at. Next, I'd like to show you a way to add contrast to your painting in the end of the process. Now, what I like to do is make a duplicate of whatever a character or portrait or animal you have, duplicate that layer, and then set the layer to multiply, just like we did before, creating those shadows. So now we have a multiply layer. Then you can tap the layer and add a layer mask. Then grab pure black, double tap here, drag it on there. And then you can grab the soft brush or whatever brush you would like to use. You can grab that and then go over sections with white, double tap here, grab white to paint those darker areas back in. So you can go over shadow sections underneath the face and here, just shadow sections of your painting. You could also darken parts of the eyes a bit. And then, of course, once you have done this, you can manipulate the opacity if you'd like it to be more subtle. And then we'll duplicate this layer again, slide to the left, tap duplicate, put that at the top, and this time set it to screen. And then again, add a layer mask by tapping the layer, grab black, drag it on there, then grab white and go over the light areas. This will add more contrast to your painting, more like oomph. The lighter sections of hair here. And this gives you lots of control. And then again, you can tap the S here, play around with the opacity. And when we group these layers and check the difference, you'll see what it has done. Very simple way to play with the contrast in your painting. A thing to keep in mind when painting landscapes is atmospheric perspective. That means that objects that are far away, in this case mountains, get influenced by the atmosphere, making them appear a bit less saturated and more bluish. They get influenced by the blue in the atmosphere. So adding a blue touch to those mountains makes this landscape look a lot better. A thing you want to avoid in your paintings is blurry edges for things that don't really have blurry edges in real life. For instance, this flower, flowers don't have fuzzy edges. I've never seen one. So try to think about those edges and make sure that they are crisp. So if you notice that you have blurry edges in your paintings, just go along the edges, make those more crisp, so that your painting will look more realistic. A nice way to add more interest to your paintings and illustrations is by adding texture. This can give your piece the final tweak. Now you can either do that by using a brush, a textured brush, like in the materials section, or maybe you have some other custom brushes. And for instance, you could just go for a grayish color. And then on a new layer, tab the plus, on a new layer, you can go over your character or whatever it is that you want to add texture to. Then you can play around with the layer blending modes and just check what you like. Multiply will make it darker, screen and color dodge and add will make it lighter. And of course you can play around with the opacity. And you can tap the layer, add a mask, and then grab black, drag that onto the mask, and then with, for instance, a soft brush under airbrushing or whatever brush you like, you can go with white and then paint that texture back in the areas where you want it. And you can do the same thing by adding a photo texture. So just go to the wrench, then to add, then to insert a photo to find your photo. For instance, this, you can make it go over your character. And then if you don't want the color to influence whatever it is that you have painted, you can go to the magic wand to use saturation brightness and lower the saturation. Then it's just grayscale. Then you can play around with the layer blending mode again. For instance, go for multiply this time, play around with the opacity. And you could also use the move and transform tool, set it to warp, and warp your texture around the subject. This can give really nice effects in some cases. And then again, you can use a layer mask, grab black, drag it on there, and then with white and your soft brush, you can go over the areas where you want this texture to appear. And it can be very subtle, this texture, but it can really also give that final little tweak. So here's a before and after. Before, after. Finally, while painting, it's easy to get blind for your own mistakes. Now, a way to look at your painting or illustration with fresh eyes is by going to the wrench and then using flip horizontal. And then quite often you'll see mistakes that you didn't notice earlier. Now, these were my 10 ways to instantly improve your artwork in Procreate. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite, and then I'll see you next time for the next video.